All right, so if you guys watched Josh Roman's live last night, you know that. So he had Daniel the dumpster helper on and a guy from DRS, and they're talking about scammers. Scamming is obviously it's a huge thing. It's a huge business for people, for scammers, right? But they're really targeting smaller dumpster companies, probably the bigger ones too. I don't know, but they're targeting small dumpster and junk removal companies, and I'm sure they're doing um, mobile power washing, the lawn care guys, all of that also. So Josh talked a lot about DRS and how they're going to combat that. I have not talked to Docket to see, what they're going to do, but I want to show you what I do to kind of hopefully put a little scrutiny to some of these orders that I get, whether it be online or in person. So let's jump right into Docket. But before we do that, I don't normally have sponsored videos. This one is sponsored by my other company, which is Rustic Timber Design, and we make um, laser engraved stuff. So what I've been doing lately is making these hats, and like I've made them for the dumpster company. Okay, I've got this one here, got this one, Richardson hat. If you guys want some hats made, these aren't the hats that you get 100 of and you hand out to everybody. Um, these are, you get 4 or 5, a dozen, whatever it is. You give them to your crew, your drivers, whatever, and it really speaks volumes when they're wearing a nice hat, a nice uniform. These are laser engraved leatherette patches. I can do different colors, different style hats. We can do acrylic. Um, and currently, for dumpster and junk removal guys, I'm not charging the design fee to take your logo and vectorize it in order to put it on a hat. As long as it's a pretty, uh, easy logo to do, I have no issues doing that, and I'll communicate back and forth and make sure you get a hat that you really like. A lot of guys really like these Richardson 112 trucker hats. I've done some with some acrylic on the sides, really, kind of a newer design, kind of a newer thing, putting stuff on the side. I like the black with the leather or black with the red. Um, they they really come out pretty nice. I can do a bunch of different colors. Just hit me up, send me an email, let me know what you think. Um, let's see if we can work together a little bit. All right, so let's jump right into this docket. I'm gonna share my screen. All right, so the first thing I want to mention is that the scammers seem to be really targeting online bookings. So in Docket, you can go to online booking, go to sessions. It'll show you all your sessions. I look at this on a daily basis. We don't get a lot of bookings from the online booking. However, I like to look at it because a lot of times people will price shop that way, and then they'll call me, whatever questions that they have. So if I see one in here that's some Tucker Ridge Road in Springfield, if I know that if they call, even though they didn't leave a name, a number, or email, if they call, I know that they're pretty serious about you know um, getting a dumpster. They're not just price shopping because they've already done that. Now, occasionally, I will get somebody that leaves um, their email or a phone number or whatever, and I'll no pressure, but I'll shoot them an email and say, hey, I noticed you were on the website. You were interested in the dumpsters. Are there any questions that I can answer for you? Is there anything I can help you with? And I get a lot of business that way, so I really look at that every night, see who was on the site, who was looking at the prices, and so on and so forth. But that shows some of the scammers also. So I'm gonna jump. March 26th, I had a scammer. Like I said, I don't book a lot online, but okay. So this one here, And I would love to be able to show how, um, you know, highlight my mouse here. So this time zone is Africa Lagos, and the platform is a Linux platform. So I'm going to go to one that doesn't have a name. So this one here is iPhone, American New York. That's pretty common for us. Um, you can see that they spent 19.9 seconds on here looking at it for some place in Knox, Maine. So now let's go back to the one that I suspect is a scammer. This one is zero point 0.0 seconds. It's a Linux platform. The time zone is Africa. I'm going to go to another one that I just happen to know is back in December. And there have been other ones in between there, but this December one is kind of interesting. Okay, so once again, 0 seconds. Okay, all they did was start a session and then they bounced. It's another Linux system, Santo Domingo. I think that, and there's some Asia ones in here. There's some Madrid. There's a few different ones, and there are some that mimic this same thing that are from an American time zone. But I think what they're doing is they're using bots. I think that they're using bots to probe, um, doing a little bit of fishing, see if they can get one that's quick, that's easy, that they can just click on. And what that allows them to do is click on that, put an address in, put a stolen credit card in there, and um, that's pretty much it. Another thing that I do is I really pay attention to new Facebook ads that are in my area for dumpster rentals. I look at we had one, and I'm going to bring it up on the computer. And I hope that I can find it. It may have already been removed. Okay, I'm going to kind of zoom in here, move this around. Okay, I think that was it. So this Regal dumpster, no ratings, no reviews, proudly serves Bangor, Maine with top-notch dumpster rental services from construction sites, so on and so forth. What I've noticed is that the area that they are in, anyway, I've driven by here. There's no dumpster place here. There's actually nothing here. It's a parking lot. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know the deal on that one. I don't know if it is some kind of broker, if it's some kind of, maybe it's legit. I don't know. But those are the things that I kind of keep an eye out for. And I keep an eye out on Facebook to make sure if there are any new um, dumpster or junk removal companies that are kind of popping up. Does it seem like a broker? Does it seem like, does everything read right? I'll look at their website and to see if everything sounds and seems legit. If they're offering a crazy good deal, crazy amount of weight, if they're offering like, oh, it's $30 a ton for overweight. Well, in this area, so $30 a ton, maybe that's normal for some of you guys. Up here, $200 a ton is more like it. Some people get a pretty good deal at the dump. They can dump for 100, 150, whatever. So if somebody's offering $30 a ton, you know that that's probably a scam. Okay, and they're trying to rope people in, and they're trying to get the quick sale. So I can get you a dumpster today. You can have it for a month for a few $100s, and any overages are only $30 a ton over. Well, some people are going to impulse click, yeah, let's do it, right? So what that scammer's going to do is contract with me through my website They don't care what it costs because they're using a stolen credit card. They're going to reserve a dumpster through my online site. I'm going to deliver it to the homeowner. The homeowner is expecting one. I'm expecting a homeowner that's expecting a dumpster. Everything's going to work out great. Only problem is they paid the broker with a good credit card, with their credit card, and this broker scammer used a stolen credit card, which is eventually going to have a chargeback. Okay, somebody's going to report that as fraud, and they're going to take that money from me. So um, that kind of seems to be the MO. So, like I said, really pay attention online to those time zones. What platform are they using? The iPhone, iPad, Android, Windows, Mac, Linux. The reason that scammers use Linux is because it's open source and it allows them a lot more freedom and flexibility to write some code that, you know, helps them scam, I guess. So keep an eye out for that. The other thing you want to take a look at, we were pretty sure we got scammed last year, or we were going to get scammed. Somebody called us up. They needed a dumpster. They needed two dumpsters um, for that weekend for a wedding. Okay, sounds great. Um, some of the email addresses that they used, the phone numbers they used, one of them was from like, and I don't remember exactly, one was like South Carolina. One of the phone numbers, the same guy, was from like California, and they were texting, and the emails didn't make sense. So I did a quick Google search of uh, that address, and it was just a house that was on the market for sale in our local area, and it was empty. So I doubt they're doing a wedding there this weekend. You know what I'm saying? So if something sounds a little fishy, Google the address. Um, Sometimes I'll even look people up on Facebook. Like, this guy kind of sounds legit. I'm gonna look him up real quick, right? And if all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I went to school in, you know, whatever Africa, um, you might be dealing with a scammer. So just keep an eye out. Um, I think I'm going to send an email to Docket and see kind of what their take is on it. I use Clover for my card processor, so that goes through CardPoint. I look at that every week, make sure it'll show me which ones were declined, any chargebacks, which I haven't had any, knock on wood, and it will show me, you know, everything about that transaction, including the name on the card that they used to pay for it, um, the zip code, the address, and if all of that match for the bank. So if you get that gut feeling like you're being scammed, you might be, and you might want to do a little bit of digging. Not just digging like, you know, I think it's a scam, I'm going to call the person. Well, sometimes some of these people are pretty good at talking on the phone, sometimes they're not. But do a little bit of digging, check them out on Facebook, check the address against Google, and look at your online sessions. If they put in multiple different addresses trying to get one that would hit right, that's another red flag. So don't be afraid to use online booking with whatever software company you use. I use Docket. I love their online booking. If somebody doesn't book online, it at least shows me they're checking prices. Um, and you know, that's useful information. So just be careful out there. Don't run so hard that you're not questioning every single rental. Okay, you should get the hairs on the back of your neck should stand up. You get a little gut feeling like something isn't right with this one. Take a little bit of time, slow down, and research it. If they've already paid and you're researching and you're like, wait a minute, no, this doesn't seem right. This doesn't seem right at all. And you want to back out of it, go to your card processor and refund that money, because that goes back to the card that they used that was stolen. Okay? I'm sorry for the homeowner that paid them, for a dumpster rental, but if I go into my card processor, it's a different name, it's a different, whatever, and I think it's a scam, I'm just going to refund it, and I'm taking that off the books, and we're not going to do that rental. Somebody is getting scammed eventually with that credit card. I would, reach out to whatever authorities you can, but that's what I do. I'd rather lose a sale than just trying to make a few bucks, lose a whole bunch of money. So that's my take on it. Pretty much what Josh and Daniel talked about yesterday. So I don't know. Hopefully these scammers move on or get caught. Hopefully, and they leave us alone so we can have a good year. All right. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget, if you want a hat, hit me up. I can help you out. All right. Thanks for watching.